Coming up on Lexington Now, we have new technology for pavement assessment, spring and summer at the Arboretum, and Bluegrass double dollars. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. Roberts, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Now, where we take a look at the news that shapes your urban county government. Lexington has employed a new high-tech tool in the continuing effort to maintain our city streets and roads and to better allocate funds for improvements.
This Ford Expedition behind us is a digital survey vehicle packed with technology that can scientifically measure the condition of our roads. Now, lasers on the vehicle can measure even the slightest changes in road pavement, 1/1000th of an inch, or the thickness of a piece of paper, or as Ron said, a dollar bill, right, Ron? The vehicle is also equipped with 4 cameras that take photographs every 20 feet. So starting this week, already started, the digital survey vehicle will assess more than 4,000 streets the city is responsible for maintaining and paving. That's about 1,300 miles of roadway. Data collected in the field will be sent to Applied Research Associates at the home office, which will rate the condition of each block or street on a scale of 0 to 100. A 100 represents perfect pavement, just like when the street was built, or resurfacing condition, while a 0 would be a road in really very poor condition. Maintaining basic infrastructure like roads is a key responsibility of local government. You all know this. Over the past 5 years, the city has committed nearly $38 million to road paving, more than any other 5-year period. Another $10 million for paving is proposed in the new budget. Data collected by the digital survey vehicle will help council members determine paving priorities and identify roads where short-term repairs can be made.
I guess the first thing is, if you see this coming down your street, it's not Ghostbusters. This is the newest tool, and we're at a time and place in Lexington where we have a mayor that's very visionary and a council that's willing to help where they can. And this is one of those products. The ability to not just have summer interns look at a road and decide what station or condition it is in, but to metrically measure it and understand it and know how to repair it and spend the best dollars in the best places. That's the first charge of the council, and that's why the council members are here now, and that's why the mayor is working on this. If we can spend our dollars more efficiently and do better repairs that last longer, the roadway is better, but our dollars are spent better. So we're all going to embrace this, but it is new technology. It is something that is different than what we've ever done before, and the opportunity lies in the fall when we can make some really great decisions and lay down some really great answers in the September, October, November timeframe, and really make Lexington a beautiful place when the Breeders' Cup comes here. So I'm glad to welcome you all to the 5th District, and thank the mayor for his leadership and the council members for being here. Thank you.
Our system that we're presently using is outdated and we've had some issues with it. And this will give us a starting point, which will be coming in the fall, that will rate every street. We used to rate 50% every year. So we were already behind as that year started. But this way we'll have a starting point. We'll know what those ratings are. It'll give us a better understanding of what the street ratings really are. And it also gives us more tools in our toolbox to make different types of pavement repairs. And that's kind of what I was looking at. Instead of just milling and resurfacing, there are other different techniques out there that we could use, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
We are looking at trying to bring new technology to Lexington to get the best bang for our buck with our public tax dollars. So this was something that Dow and I had seen in other cities being used, discussed it with the council and the mayor. They agreed with this was something that we should try, and here it is now. We're very pleased that the council approved this to go forward. The one thing I do want to leave the public with is the fact that this vehicle is only recording street condition information. It is not doing anything of any kind of private nature where it would be listening in or doing anything, taking pictures of houses or anything of that kind of nature, strictly road condition things. So when you see, as Councilmember Farmer said, the Ghostbuster machine going through your neighborhood, please be assured that it's for a good purpose and it's not imposing on your privacy. Thank you.
For more information, you can log on to the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. Summer is here, and there is no better time to get out and enjoy nature, and there are few places better to do that than at the Arboretum.
A group of people were interested in having an arboretum in Lexington. They were very devoted to making sure that this space became an arboretum and remained an arboretum. They began that effort in 1987, and to that end, the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, Food and Environment and the City of Lexington entered into a partnership. And that partnership between the city and the university was extended last year until 2086, ensuring that we'll always have an arboretum, an open green space kind of in the heart of the community that depicts different physiographic regions of Kentucky, represents those places through plants, rocks, and other features and formations, and displays plants in a place that people can come and see. The Arboretum is all about plants and creating landscapes with plants and other things that people like to do outdoors when they look at plants or learn about plants. We have seen sort of the early spring things come. We had a huge push of growth after the really severe winter weather, and so now we're enjoying things like dogwoods, peonies, fringe tree, some of the elms are blooming, the rhododendrons and azaleas and the lilacs. So it's lovely kind of spring growth, and it's not too hot yet. The Arboretum is different than a park in that it is not a place for organized sports activities, and it's not just for people who jog. If you walk through either the paved trail, which is the Walk Across Kentucky, or take some of the mulched paths that diverge off the Walk Across Kentucky, you will see landscapes that represent what it would look like in the part of Kentucky that it represents. They can also learn about some of the new kinds of plants that commercial growers offer. In the home demonstration garden, we offer places for people to see maybe some new offerings on the nursery commercial market and how they can incorporate them into their home, as well as keep our kind of existing structure of trees and shrubs that will be here and mature as time goes on. We do have classes, workshops, and programs. They're available through our website. And we have a new website, actually a new website address also. It's arboretum.ca.uky.edu. The www is not necessary any longer. So that new website shows all the different programs and classes that we have. As I mentioned before, we had the opportunity on Monday to work with Jesse Dahl to do vegetable planting. Todd Rounceville leads a volunteer session on Thursday mornings from 10 until 12, which looks at the native planting areas and does some maintenance work, some planting, and just you get a better understanding of what is out there. I think it's hard to understand all that we have unless you come here and talk with someone who knows a lot about it. We do our best to sign and to offer classes and workshops, but coming here repeatedly and talking to people about what's going on is the best way to learn all that is here. Well, one of the important things to note is that even though Alumni Drive is being reconstructed, the Arboretum will be open. You just have to make sure and come here from Tate's Creek Road instead of Nicholasville Road. As we have been told, we will always be open. We'll just be changed how we can get here. So this summer, we will have, while we're continuing to be open, we have a couple of new things. One is the new edible vegetable and herb garden. It is kind of behind me in where the spoke beds are. That's an opportunity for people to learn how to grow vegetables and learn how to, some of the different practices that you have from spring all the way through October. That's every Monday, and Jesse Dahl helps do that. And the produce that we harvest will be given to a charity so that people have the benefit of both learning how to do vegetable gardening correctly, but also give something of their time and themselves. That happens all the way through October. Every year we have a volunteer appreciation picnic and band. Anybody who volunteers is more than welcome to come at 5 p.m. on July 11th. And then the whole community is invited to it's the big band concert starting at 7 p.m. In August, we're going to have students from UK come here and learn about the Arboretum and help us with some projects. And then in the fall, we begin to do some different things that have more of a fall theme to them. But we're still open. Our biggest draw is the outdoors and all you can see. So there are many opportunities to see things, to learn about things, just to enjoy our lovely landscape and come to the Arboretum and do it. The Children's Garden is a wonderful place. It's for exploration and nature play. It is going to be open some different hours this summer. Starting June 1st, it will be open from 10 to 5, Wednesday through Saturday, and Sunday from 1 to 5. We're extending the hours so that people can come here hopefully more time than we have been able to do in the past. Right now it's open Thursday through Saturday, 10 to 2. But the Children's Garden really encourages children to get dirty, get wet, and see things that they might not see in their own backyards. And we have experienced children's educators in the Children's Garden. If you have a question, you can ask them, but you're also free to play in the stream, play in the mud, plant some vegetables, look for caterpillars, look for butterflies, play in the Native American encampment, pot up some plants, do a little bit of exploration, and it's all about being outdoors. Many people often say that they understand that we are in a great financial position and they should just be able to jog here and walk here. We actually are quite dependent on the University of Kentucky for all of our funding. The city is kind enough to give money for projects for a good cause like our new education wing, but we are quite dependent on the kindness and the help from anyone who loves the Arboretum to help support us financially, either by becoming a friend of the Arboretum, making a donation, coming to the Children's Garden. The reason we have a payment required there is to staff it. And we are looking to other ways to ensure our financial stability in the next probably 6 months.
For more information, visit arboretum.ca.uky.edu. Coming up after the break, what's green, what's blue, and what will help you get healthier? We'll tell you the answer to this riddle after the break.
We have an abundance of beauty and natural resources here in the Bluegrass. More miles of running water than any state in the continental U.S. You may not know it, but all our creeks and streams catch water directly from storm sewers on our streets. That means when someone tosses a cigarette butt on Main or Vine, chances are good it'll end up in Town Branch. Leave some pet waste on a sidewalk near Versailles Road, it goes into Wolf Run Creek. So please, don't trash the Bluegrass.
Way to go, Lexington! Participation and collection totals from the Rosie Recycling Program are at all-time highs. Now it's time for a quick reminder on what materials can go in your Rosie Recycling container. Paper and cardboard products, canned products with contents removed. We accept milk, juice, soda, and laundry plastic bottles and jugs. And glass products. No Pyrex, ceramics, or plate glass is allowed. Place only metal cans in the Rosie. Don't place other metals such as car parts, cookware, propane tanks, chains, or garden hoses in the Rosie. These items cannot be recycled by LFUCG and slow down processing efficiency. For more information about the Rosie Recycling Program, please call LexCall 311 or log on to lexingtonky.gov/waste management.
Hey everybody, play the We Got 90 Challenge. Play all 5 of the Lexington City golf courses and get a free round of golf while being registered to win prizes. You have 30 days to play the We Got 90 Challenge. Play the Gay Brewer Jr. Course at Picadome, Kearney Hill Golf Links, Lakeside Golf Course, Meadowbrook Golf Course, and Tate's Creek Golf Course in 30 days to complete the 90-hole challenge. Play the We Got 90 Challenge. Be sure and visit playgolflex.com for more information. Play golf, Lexington.
Back to the show. Well, we're all being told we need to eat better, and that's why the Bluegrass Community Foundation has partnered with the USDA and the Bluegrass Farm to Table to bring fresh fruits and vegetables to Lexington. Here's more about the program. A handful of beautiful radishes, a plump green tomato, and lots of other fresh fruits and vegetables might soon be in reach of all Lexington citizens thanks to the Bluegrass Double Dollars program.
Bluegrass Community Foundation is thrilled to be a partner in this grant project with the USDA and Bluegrass Farm to Table.
The program, being sponsored by a U.S. Department of Agriculture grant, is aimed at bringing an oasis to a so-called food desert.
A food desert is a place that doesn't have access to food. It's exactly what it sounds like. And it can be lack of access to all kinds of food. You may not have a grocery store in close proximity or easy public transportation access to that. And in particular, it's the kind and perhaps the quality of the food.
Accessibility to produce is one way for obesity to be addressed in different areas. Healthy, local, fresh produce is not necessarily available. So this helps to answer that call.
In order to participate in the Bluegrass Double Dollars program, you have to be a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or SNAP recipient, and you have to shop at one of the Bluegrass Double Dollar program retailers.
And the idea is I can go to one of 3 participating locations, the Lexington Farmers Market, Good Foods Co-op, or the Lexington Market East End.
SNAP users who make a qualifying SNAP purchase of $10 or more on local produce will receive a token or voucher of up to $10 per transaction, giving them more buying power and in turn helping local farmers and growers.
Our program is unique in that we will be only doubling dollars for the purchase of local produce items. And those can be fresh, frozen, or canned produce items, as well as plant starts and local herbs. Customers will be able to identify local products through these special tags that are made. You can see the Kentucky Proud logo. Usually the farm is identified. This happens to be organic. It doesn't have to be organic. These are also some microgreens and pea shoots from Danville, also certified organic and local. And we also have some watercress here from Madison County. That's a conventional product, but a local product.
The program, which starts June 1st, will run until the fall or until the $45,000 in grant money runs out. Organizers say you can help the program to go on longer by getting involved.
We really hope that other local partners, local grant makers and philanthropists, local business, local health institutions, really anyone can participate and can contribute to make the pot of dollars grow that's available to double up for those purchasers of fresh local fruits and vegetables in Lexington.
For more information about this program, you can visit their website. It's bgfarmtotable.org. The Legacy Trail has been a great asset to outdoor enthusiasts and recreational strollers alike, and it's continuing to grow with a new segment slated to open this summer at Coolivan Park. Keith Loven tells us all about this segment of the trail and what's coming next.
This is a project that just got started construction about a month ago. We are converting an abandoned railroad into a trail. We're calling it the Coolivan Rail Trail because we're next to Coolivan Park, and this trail is actually part of the Legacy Trail. This is just one small segment. It's about 2,000 feet, and it will connect to the Legacy Trail that's located at the Y off of Loudon Avenue eventually. We've got one more missing segment that we still got to get the right-of-way for and to do the construction on, and if everything goes well, we've got the money in next year's budget. We'll design it this year and construct it in the spring of next year. And so then we'll have added another mile to the Legacy Trail. This is it's an up and coming area. It's located off of Jefferson Street. A lot of restaurants. There's a brewery here. There's also a new distillery that's going in. They have an art area with a lot of artists. They have studios here. It's a vibrant area. It's taken off all the restaurants located on Jefferson Street. So we feel like with the trail going in, we're going to get a lot more ridership on the Legacy Trail. I see this as sort of where people will get on. And this also is going to connect to the Isaac Murphy Memorial Art Garden, which is located at the corner of 3rd and Midland. And we have a design team that we were looking at doing that work this year and early next year. We're probably going to go down 4th Street and then cut over to 3rd Street, somewhere between Martin Luther King and Shropshire. But that section is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be all on road. Whereas this trail here and the rest of the Legacy Trail is what we call off-road. It's a shared use trail, and so there's no vehicles on this portion of the Legacy Trail. We should be finished by the end of June, 1st of July. Weather holding out, and we've had some really good weather here in the last couple of weeks, and they've really done a lot in the last 2 weeks. So this one's on schedule, and we should be having an opening probably 1st of July. We have just a static Facebook or a website, mylegacytrail.com. It has the map and it has the rules of the trail. It's not a very active website. As we get into the development of the Legacy Phase 3, we are going to have a more active website that will have information primarily geared toward how we're going to go, the progress that we're making on Legacy Trail through the downtown portion. There's a couple of other things that are going to be happening on the Legacy Trail this summer. We've been working on getting flagpoles that are going to be sort of a signature piece of the Legacy Trail, and we're also going to do 23 interpretive signs along the Legacy Trail that just talk about the history of Lexington and the culture, the economy, just more of an educational component of the Legacy Trail. And then of course the Isaac Murphy is going to be dedicated later this year. Another thing that's real exciting that's happening is we're working with the Horse Park, the Kentucky Horse Park. Of course now the Legacy Trail ends, and we're working with Scott County, and we're trying to take the Legacy Trail on into Georgetown. And we've been working with the Horse Park, and the Horse Park has agreed to donate the property for the construction of the trail. We've applied for a grant to get the funding, and we're just waiting to hear on that grant. So that grant is another 2.6 miles of trail that will be connected to where the trail ends at the campground. So.
For more information, you can visit their website. It's mylegacytrail.com. And whether you're headed out to take a walk or you're headed to work, you want to know how traffic may affect your trip. And that's where the Division of Government Communications has got you covered, especially in the mornings with our show, Crosstown Traffic. It airs live weekday mornings from 6:30 to 8:30 and gives you the most up-to-date traffic news and even a street view with our live cameras so you can see where the delays are before you even leave the house. Remember, that's Crosstown Traffic only on GTV3. Now, here's a look at this week's lane closure report. Remember, you can get traffic updates 24/7 by following us on Twitter. Our handle is @LexRex. Well, we've got lots going on here in the Urban County government this week. Here's a quick look at some of what's on the schedule, but for a complete listing of meetings and events, you can log on to the city's website. You know where to find us, lexingtonky.gov. That's all for this edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your Urban County government, but in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.